everybody, me and Dee back at you with another video. Today we're presenting another episode of Cheap and Cheerful. You know how that goes by now if you've watched any of these videos. Must be under $30 including taxes to qualify. And I'm going to present to you 3 wines. I've only got 2 here because one of them I've already presented to you. If you watched my last video, which I posted a few days ago, Weird and Wonderful, first episode of Weird and Wonderful. I'm presenting one. I'm going to mention one of those wines again because it was such an amazing quality to price ratio, and that's the wine from Montenegro. 2018 Vranac is the grape. The winery is called Plantaze, and it's $13.99 at BC liquor stores, and that's the regular price. That's not a sale price. It's regular price, and I gave it 90 points, which I don't know how much better you're going to get for that kind of money. So, just in case anybody only watches the Cheap and Cheerful videos, I wanted to include that one here as a first wine to make sure that you guys know about it and go get it if you're here in BC, and I'm sure you can find it other places too. So, second one is also another really good price wine from BC liquor stores. Somebody pointed out to me, 2019 Cabernet Sauvignon from Southeast Australia. The winery is Saltram. This wine's $19.99 BC liquor stores, but from right now until March 4th, it's on sale for $12.99, $7 off. So I like Cab Sauv from Australia. I don't know this particular one, but let's find out. I Coravanned it maybe 15 minutes ago, maybe 20 minutes. It's been in the glass. Really dark purple color. It's kind of a nice nose. Some blackberry there. Definitely some eucalyptus. Some evidence of French oak, I think. I actually don't know for a fact that they age this in French oak. I'm just assuming they do. A lot of the wines from Australia are very oaky. It's kind of their style. I doubt this will be as big as a Barossa Valley Shiraz or anything like that, but let's see. It definitely got some blueberry characteristics and some vanilla, blueberry. Just a tiny bit of tobacco maybe, and like a little bit of cardamom maybe, cinnamon. All right, let's see. Okay, all right, yeah. Pardon me. Yeah, that's nice. Palate is similar to the nose. Blackberry, blueberry. There's a little bit of toasty oak there. There is some cassis, black plum. I'd say it's a pretty typical $20-ish Cab Sauv, and I don't know a ton about entry-level cabs from Southeast Australia, but it's certainly pleasant. One more sip. Yeah, that's good. It's not as good as the wine from Montenegro for me. But I would rate this 87 points. That's a really nice wine. Nothing wrong with that at all. For $20, I wouldn't necessarily go out and scream, go get it, go get it, go get it. But at $12.99, get a couple because you're going to enjoy it. I wonder how they age. It actually mentions here drinking wonderfully now, so I'm guessing they're not recommending you age it much longer. But it's approachable wine, drinking wonderfully now. They're basically telling you don't bother to age this anymore. Okay, fair enough. I wouldn't necessarily age it either. But it's a perfectly nice wine. Nothing wrong with that. For $13 until March 4th, I recommend going out and getting one of those for sure. All right, got one more here. I got a little white Chardonnay. Let's see what that one's like. A 2021 Wakefield Chardonnay from South Australia. South Australia is a pretty big region. It actually, on the label, it actually mentions Pathway and Clare Valley. So that's two of the regions down there. So it doesn't say specifically, but I'm assuming they just get these grapes from those two particular regions. And I let this sit a little bit just to get to a perfect temperature, because our fridge back there that holds the Chardonnay actually is a little bit cold. It holds it at 9. It's not just Chardonnay. So it even says in the back, perfect between 10 and 12. We tend to like our Chardonnay a little colder, on the colder side. Not fridge cold, but a little colder. So, oh wow. Oh, so this is $19.99 BC Liquor Stores, on sale right now until March 4th for $16.99. So, wow, that's a lovely nose. Nectarine, white peach. Oh wow, it's nutty. Nutty, but not hazelnut like we often get on really buttery Chard. It's more like a, oh, it almost reminds me of like cashew butter. Like toasted cashews maybe. A little bit of citrus there, some lemon zest, but more stone fruit really than citrus even. White peach, did I say that already? It smells really good. Anyway, let's see if it tastes as good as it smells. So no, it doesn't taste as good as it smells, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. More citrus on the palate. It's quite tart. Acidity's medium plus. Cashews again. But I love cashews. I don't get that in wine as much. It's quite often it's almonds or hazelnuts, right? But I'll take cashews any day of the week. And twice on Sunday. Finish is medium. And there's a bit of a woody finish. Yeah, I don't really want to like this a lot. It's good. It's good wine. It's just not great wine. Yeah, I was hoping we would like this and go back and get a whole bunch of it before. It's $17 Chardonnay if it was good, right? Yeah, unfortunately, that is a cook with it bottle. I mean, it's drinkable. Don't get me wrong. I would rate this 84 points. It is perfectly quaffable. But I honestly have so much wine. I don't often drink 84-point wines. They usually get up going down the sink, or I'll drink some of it. I'm not going to just toss the whole bottle, but I quite often will keep it if I have any kind of a dish I want to cook with it. I'm making chicken tonight, so it's going to be a chicken and Chardonnay dish, I guarantee it, because it's perfectly good for that. You know, the old adage, if you're going to cook with wine, make sure it's wine you want to drink. Okay, but to me, it should be wine that's drinkable, not necessarily you want to drink, right? You don't cook with garbage. Don't buy cooking wine or cook with terrible wine, because that will affect your dish. But this is perfectly good to cook with. It's perfectly good to drink. I'm just a snob. I admit it. It's perfectly good. 84 points is a good score. That's, you know, if I said 75 is average, it's above average. It sure it is. You know, it's one of those things where we don't, you know, you go to a liquor store here in BC, and if you avoid the bottled in B section in Canada section, and you avoid the yellowtail and the apothic and all that mass-produced stuff, you're not going to get a lot of 75-point wines. Like, you know, if you avoid the really horrible garbage that you already know is going to be like that, even if you just grab a bottle off the shelf, a random bottle, probably going to be above average wine, right? So if we say average score 75, this is 84, it's perfectly good. And a lot of people would probably, again, this is not really buttery Chardonnay. So if you watch my other videos, you know that I love a buttery Chardonnay. So this is not really my style. Although, you know, one more sip here. Yeah, see the cashews. I love cashews, and it's a pronounced flavor of cashews, the toasted cashews. Then tropical fruit on the palate, but on the finish. But it's a little bit of a slightly off-putting woody finish, which is a little bit odd. And it kind of overwhelms the fruit. Like I don't get a whole lot. There's a little bit of tropical fruit there, a little bit of pineapple, and some passion fruit into the guava. But it kind of makes an appearance, and then the woodiness sets it down a tiny bit. And it only finishes medium. It goes away pretty fast. So that would be my number there, would be 84 points. So what did I give you today? Perfectly quaffable Chardonnay, a good deal, especially at 13 bucks, 87 points. And the one that's not here is the winner of the day, the Montenegrin Vranac. I actually meant to stop at the liquor store on the way home today and get a couple more bottles of that. I'm going to do that tomorrow because I forgot today. And I might get another bottle of this too, because that's the wife actually enjoyed this more than the Montenegrin wine, although I think it was and even she said that this is more approachable, and it is. This is open it up and drink it. The one from Montenegro, even for $13 or $14, needs food. Although I drank it without food and enjoyed it, but it's a steak wine. It's a red meat wine. It's maybe even decant it for a couple hours of wine. So that's it for today. There are lots of other videos coming up, and I have some blog posts coming up too for those of you that prefer to read rather than watch, which of course, if those of you that only read are not watching this, so I'm not sure why I'm talking to you. But for some of you that watch occasionally but prefer to read, I do have some blog posts coming up that I'm going to get out. Please, if you like this video, please give it a like on YouTube. Maybe a comment if you've ever heard of any of these wines or you know anything about them. Leave a comment. Likes, comments, that kind of stuff really helps the channel. And please subscribe to the channel if you can. I said it before a couple of times. I get a lot of, I post a link to this video on wine groups on Instagram, Facebook, and all that. And I get lots of comments on it, and that's great. But those comments don't do anything for this channel. And they just don't. YouTube does not know or care if this video gets 8 million likes and comments on Facebook. Doesn't mean anything. So if you feel for it, you want to make a comment or something, and you want to, or maybe like the video, please do it on YouTube because that's where it matters. All right. So thanks very much. Until next time, drink great wine. See you soon.